Daddy, I was reading about the Boxer Rebellion and I still don't get it. How did a group of martial artists end up fighting the world's biggest powers in Beijing?
It sounds wild, right? Imagine thousands of peasants, convinced they could stop bullets with rituals, laying siege to foreign embassies in China's capital. But the real story is about desperation, foreign exploitation, and a country on the edge. And honestly, the echoes of what happened then are still with us today.
Wait, so who were these Boxers really? And why did they hate foreigners so much? Ka.
The Boxers started out as a grassroots group in northeast China around 1898. Most of them were poor farmers. Life was brutal. Foreign companies were flooding the market with cheap goods, local economies were collapsing, and famine was everywhere. On top of that, foreign missionaries were everywhere, running schools and clinics, but also seen as arrogant and disrespectful. The treaties that let them in were forced on China after wars, so people saw them as part of the imperialist problem.
So it wasn't just about religion, it was about survival.
Exactly. The Boxers' slogan was, "Revive the Qing, destroy the foreign." They practiced martial arts and believed rituals could make them invincible. There were even groups of girls called Red Lanterns. But their anger wasn't just at foreigners, they also targeted Chinese Christians, who they saw as traitors. In one province alone, they killed over 5,000 Catholics.
That's brutal. But why did things explode in Beijing?
In June 1900, the Boxers cut Beijing's railway, isolating the city. They rampaged through the streets, burning down Western places, smashing anything foreign, even killing Chinese people for wearing Western clothes or selling imported goods. They burned cathedrals, killed priests, and laid siege to the Legation quarter where all the foreign diplomats lived. Imperial troops even joined them.
So the government actually supported the Boxers? Boo!
The Qing court was split. Some thought the Boxers were dangerous and backward, but others, especially Empress Dowager Cixi, saw them as a weapon against foreign powers. When Western armies attacked Chinese forts, Cixi declared war on the foreigners.
That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
It was. 8 countries, Britain, Japan, the US, Russia, France, Germany, Italy, and Austria, Hungary, sent nearly 20,000 troops. They fought their way to Beijing, broke the siege, and unleashed chaos. Foreign soldiers looted, raped, and killed civilians. They even destroyed priceless archives in the Forbidden City.
So both sides were brutal?
Absolutely. Tens of thousands died, most of them Chinese civilians. The Boxers killed about 20,000 Chinese Christians and destroyed thousands of shops and homes. The foreign troops killed thousands more and looted the city. Even the family of Lao She, who became a famous Chinese writer, was caught up in the violence.
And what happened after the fighting stopped?
The Qing government was forced to sign the Boxer Protocol, a humiliating treaty. They had to pay huge fines, let foreign soldiers stay in Beijing, and basically admit defeat. It was another blow to a dynasty already on its last legs.
It sounds like China was just getting carved up by foreign powers.
That's exactly what was happening. Around the same time, Britain forced China to lease the new territories next to Hong Kong for 99 years. Russia and Japan were fighting over who got to control northeast China. The Qing government was powerless. Foreign armies just marched across their land.
That's so similar to what people talk about today. Like, who controls resources? Who gets to make the rules?
Totally. The resentment from that era still shapes how China sees the world. The idea of never again to foreign humiliation is a huge part of Chinese politics now. And the way people react to foreign companies or governments today, it's rooted in this history.
And the missionaries, were they all bad?
Not all. Some genuinely helped, running schools and clinics, translating books. But even the good ones were tied to the unequal treaties that let them in, and rumors about them, like drinking children's blood spread because people felt powerless and suspicious.
So is this why the Boxer Rebellion is still such a big deal in China?
Yeah. The Chinese Communist Party calls the Boxers anti-imperialist heroes, even though most of their victims were Chinese. It's complicated. There's pride in resisting outsiders, but also a lot of pain from the violence and humiliation.
It's wild how much of this is still relevant. Like, debates about foreign influence. or how countries react to outsiders. None of that's new.
Exactly. Whether it's trade wars, tech bans, or protests against foreign companies, the same questions keep coming up. Who gets to decide what happens in your country? How do you protect your people without shutting out the world? The Boxer Rebellion is a reminder that those questions have deep roots.
I never realized how much of today's politics is shaped by stuff that happened over 100 years ago. It's not just history, it's like the same arguments, just with new faces.
That's why it matters. Understanding the Boxer Rebellion isn't just about the past, it's about seeing the patterns that keep coming back. When you hear about foreign interference or national humiliation in the news, you'll know there's a long story behind it.
So next time I see a headline about China pushing back against the West, I'll remember this isn't new. It's the same struggle, just a different century.
Exactly. History doesn't repeat, but it definitely rhymes. And knowing the story helps us make sense of the world we're living in now.
That's it for today's episode on Fun Learn Talks, where stories from business, technology, and history keep your curiosity alive. If you enjoyed the journey, make sure to follow, rate, or share it with a fellow curious mind. And hey, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment or connect with us online. I'm Anu, and I'll catch you next time, right here on Fun Learn Talks. Until then, keep learning, keep wondering.